came in to see Dr. Bagnell because I'd gotten a ton of different diagnoses and I was exhausted. I was exhausted every day. I couldn't get out of bed without help. It didn't matter how long I slept. It didn't matter what time I woke up. I was tired when I went to bed. I was tired when I woke up. The brain fog was intense. I couldn't remember anything from moment to moment. It's a running joke in my house, at my job, that if you needed to tell me something, you had to write it down because I couldn't remember. If you told me the minute I walked away, I forgot. And just the pure exhaustion, and that led to a ton of weight gain. So I was really afraid that I was going to start getting really depressed because I couldn't work out, and I've been used to working out all the time. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do my day-to-day stuff. I couldn't play ball with the boys. I couldn't do anything anymore. So I got quite a few diagnoses that didn't make sense and didn't add up, but we tried it. And it wasn't until I got here that I finally got some help. Finally, somebody was listening. My biggest problem was everywhere I went, the doctors weren't listening to me. It was all in my head. Everything was in my head. So they told me I had hypothyroidism. They told me I had adrenal fatigue. They told me all these different things, but all the things that they told me to do for those things didn't help. What did I try before? I cut out gluten. I tried vegan vegetarian. I tried medication. I tried paleo. I tried cutting out all sugar. I tried no flour, nothing white, no white rice, no white bread, no nothing. I tried everything. Over the course of about 5 years, nothing helped, nothing. So that's what made me come here. First, he listened to everything I had to say, and then he found out there was an issue with my brainstem, with the way my right and left brain communicated and worked wasn't quite right. There was a problem with my endocrine system. There was a problem with my immune system, which was the biggest issue. And that's kind of how he figured out what was kind of going on with me. I would be ready for bed and go to bed at about 3:30 in the afternoon. I'd get up a couple of times throughout the night to go to the restroom and all that type of stuff, but I'd go right back to bed. I was exhausted. I'd wake up, if I was waking up on my own, it'd be 10:30 in the morning, or 10:30, 11, and I was exhausted as if I hadn't even gone to sleep. Just extreme fatigue. So I'd get up, I'd go to my job. For 20 minutes, I was ready for a nap. So I would leave and go home and go to bed. I'd stay in bed for another couple of hours. I'd get up, try to go to work. I'd be there for another 20, 30 minutes. I'd have to go home, exhausted. So all I really did was sleep and eat and sleep and sleep and still be exhausted. I mean, horrible exhaustion. I'd wake up in tears, just so tired every morning. It was horrible. It affected everything. I couldn't do anything. Literally just sleep. People thought I was nuts because I went from being extremely active, involved, very social, to not wanting to do anything except for sleep because I was so tired. So it affected every relationship I had, friendships. Fortunately, my friends, they know me well enough to know that if I'm in bed, there's really truly something going on. So I didn't really lose any friendships, but it definitely affected the amount of time I could spend with people, the time I could spend with my kids and do stuff with my kids, which aren't my kids anymore since they're about to be 20, but still, you know, I couldn't do anything with them. I just wanted to sleep. So I felt like for almost 3 years, I really wasn't there. I was just sleeping all the time, all the time. It was horrible. I don't even know if I can truly describe how you feel. You feel alone. You feel like nobody understands what you're saying. And because it was something that you couldn't physically see on the outside, people they don't get it. I was truly at a point where I had decided that I was just gonna figure it out on my own. I didn't know what else to do. I had done all the things that I thought I was supposed to do. I talked to several doctors. I talked to several endocrinologists. I talked to so many people. And so at that point, you just feel like is this how I'm gonna be until the day I die? Am I gonna be just tired all the time? Is this how it's gonna be forever? You know, and you feel alone because you look around and no one else is dealing with this, or so you think, you know? So it was definitely a feeling of hopelessness. You didn't know what to do, despair, because you're at a point where you're like, well, shoot, what do I do next? I've tried everything that I could possibly think of, everything that I've Googled, because that's what we do, you know? Everything that I could possibly think I had tried, and at that point, nothing was working. And I'm pretty good about talking myself through things, so I had been talking myself through it for years, and I was at a point where I was just done. And I know there's so many people that are just like that. I know because I talk to them, because I'm a person that shares my journey, I share my story. So I know so many people have told me, oh my gosh, I felt like that, and they told me I had this, but that didn't work. They told me this, that didn't work. I can get up in the morning all by myself. All by myself. This morning probably is one of my better moments because I had to get up at 9 o'clock. I had to be at a meeting at 9 o'clock, which means I had to get up at 7:30. And it's now, I don't even know what time it is, but it's many, many hours later, and I'm not tired. I'm not ready for a nap. I feel just fine. I feel like I'll be able to last throughout the whole day, and it's been that way up and down since I started coming here. I've had days when I felt good, slowly but surely, you know, and then I got sick, and then it went down a little bit, but it popped right back up right as whatever the cold or whatever I had, once it was gone. I feel like I've gone, just keep getting better and better every day. So it's been good, really good. I'm able to do all my stuff, I'm able to go to work, I'm able to take care of all the stuff I need to take care of throughout the day. It's been good. I'm looking forward to continuing to get better, so I'll continue to come in and have Dr. Bagnell do all the stuff that he's doing. I'm looking forward to being able to work out again. I'm looking forward to just being able to get back to who I was, because that person disappeared over the course of a couple of years. So I'm really just looking forward to getting back to being the person that I was and being active and involved and social again. I think the main thing that people need to understand is that a chiropractor isn't just for your back. That's where I had to go. I had to, oh, okay, my friend wanted me to go see a chiropractor. I'm like, for what? There's nothing wrong with my back. But you don't know that they really work with so many different things. So I think that blew me away, kind of, is that how the brain is connected to everything. Most of my problems are viral and issues with my brain, but I didn't realize that all this up here really truly does affect everything else. It affects your immunity, which was my big problem. It affects everything. And so for me, that was what was big. That was a big thing. Coming to Dr. Bagnell, that's what I needed to do. So everyone that's feeling alone, because I know what it's like, everyone that wakes up in the morning just crying, like you just don't want to, I mean physically crying tears. You don't want to get out of bed, you're just tired. And you're sick of trying to figure it out on your own, and nobody gets it. You definitely feel alone. And that can create a problem. You don't want depression to sink in and all that kind of stuff. So that's what, and the difference is, I mean, it's like night and day, literally. And I was worried for a while. I thought, man, I don't know if this is working or not. But I'm glad I stuck with it, because I don't even know how, I just feel so much better. It's truly like, I feel like a different person. I'm not even 100% where I was, but I'm sure I'll get there coming up here very soon. I can feel it.